Hey everyone, happy Monday. Welcome to our beginning of the month goal setting call. Very exciting. Goals are having solid goals written down will make you so much more likely to there's an actual very high percentage. It's like 80% or something like that. I should next time I'll know. But writing your goals down will make you so much more likely to actually achieve them. Getting clarity on what you're going for, what habits you need to get there. All of these things are super, super important for achieving your actual goals. You have to know what they are, number one. If you don't know what they are, you're not going to achieve them. And that is coming from experience of just years of just like, throwing the dice and see where they land. It's not an effective strategy. So that's why we do this. For those who don't know me, I'm Natalie Dolan. And yeah, so we're going to just go ahead and hop right into it. I hope everybody has notebook, pencil ready to go. So, first of all, I do want to say this team is straight up killing it. We're still top 100 in this whole company, us, y'all, top 100 in the whole company, because we are doing some things right and we have momentum. And so collectively we all have that momentum, and this is a train that you want to ride. You want to just jump on and go, because you don't want this train to leave without you. So there's that. Number one, we had a ton of rank ups, ton of senior silvers, like bunch of awesome rank ups this month. Like super, you guys are doing the thing. You guys are duplicating and talking about the business and being bold. So that's key. And then lastly, a couple things I wanted to talk about before we get into the goal setting aspect of this is, again, I know that there are some new people who are probably on this call. And so for anybody who doesn't know what IPA is, when we talk about IPA is income producing activity. And Pink Power as a whole has always had an IPA standard, and really Plexus as a whole has a pretty like across the board IPA standard. And so when it's like, have you done your IPA? It means, have you posted today, personal and Plexus, recommending that you do both in a day. Sometimes those ratios are a little bit different per, but pretty much across the board, try to post about personal and Plexus. But really the actual income producing part of all of this is talking to people, reaching out to at least 3 to 5 new people a day, 5 days a week, 6 days a week, whatever you want to do. And then following up with 3 to 5 people a day. That is IPA. There are some other things that you can be checking in on your back office and your perks report and things like that. But just simply, that's what it is. Posting, talking to people, following up with people, teaching other people to do the same. It's a simple business. You just keep on doing those things. Okay. So there's that, just for clarity. And make sure that for people, I know the team is exploding. So make sure you are clarifying that for your people. This is what IPA is. This is this is what we do that's successful. If you do this, this is how you will get success. This is a proven system. Okay. So there's that. And then, yeah, that's what I wanted to talk about really quick. And then we'll just hop into goal setting. Okay. So at the top, I want you to write your goal as if it has already happened, right? So if you're going for a rank up, if you're going for a point increase, if you're going for consistency, Natalie is consistent at the top. Natalie shows up every day at the top, whatever it is. Put that goal, Natalie's gold, Natalie, whatever, put that at the top. Okay. Secondly, and again, like I said, that can be point growth, rank up, IPA every day, consistency, things like that. So go ahead and write that down. A point growth, if you're in between rank ups, I always feel like a point growth goal is good for everybody. And figuring out what that is. Okay. Okay. All right. Secondly, after that, right, I want you guys to write down, what would it mean about you if that goal happens? What does it mean if you hit that rank, or that financial goal, or the rank goal, or the consistency goal, whatever it is, what does that mean about you? Does it mean that you can, I've said this before, does that mean that you can trust yourself? Does that mean that you believe in yourself, you will believe in yourself more? Does it mean that if you hit that, then you're going to take your family out to dinner, on you're going to use that to take your family out, or maybe you're going to buy yourself something cool, you're going to buy yourself a new outfit? What I mean, like, what does that mean? What does that mean about you? And then what does that mean for you? Okay. So those are like two separate things. Go ahead and write that down. I hope let me know if I'm moving too fast. Okay. Kind of like to give a little bit of time for y'all to think about it, and write something down there. Anybody want to share what they have so far? Their goal? You can put it in the chat if you want to share that. Okay. Let me see. Okay. Okay. After that, a really important key to this is writing down the actions that you're going to take to hit this goal. So, oh, cool. Yeah. Yes. These are awesome goals. 5 new joins, 3 events, Senior Ruby, block scheduling. Yes, Kylie, that is one of my goals. I am going to get on an awesome schedule this month, and I'm with you, and we're going to hold each other accountable to that, for real. Yeah, I can organizational goal. Ruby. Okay, Franny. All right. Yeah, this is awesome. Yeah, so, okay. So now we're going to write down the actions that we're going to take to get to this goal. Okay. You're going to write out your 3 sections. You're going to make a literal graph with a daily column, weekly column, weekend column. What are you going to do every day to move the needle towards this goal? Obviously, IPA. This is everybody, consistency compounds, right? So IPA, write down the action steps you're going to take. Going to share about the business every day? Are you going to, follow up with 5 people? Maybe you usually talk to 3 people a day. Maybe you're going to do 5 people instead. Depending on your goal, it might require, stepping it up a little bit. Adding friends, you're going to do that. Perks report every day. Look at those things, so that you have better retention. You look at your perks report every day, you're going to have better retention. Okay. You're going to be able to see if people are dropping off, and you're going to be able to address those issues. So weekly column, what are you going to do weekly? Are you going to do an event a week? Are you going to go live once a week? That would be a good goal. If you have a big goal, go live once a week, do a health update, update, on interview somebody. Like, maybe that would be a really good goal for what you're going to do weekly to move the needle. Are you going to, make it a goal to watch 3 training videos a week? Something like that. Or even that could even be daily, a video every day. I pretty much watch something every single day for years, for years and years. Doesn't have to be long. Sometimes you can watch a whole 30-minute call. Sometimes you just watch a 5-minute video, but something every day. That's a good one to have on there. And then weekend. What are you going to do on the weekends? Plan your week, plan your schedule, save testimonies, plan your content. What are you going to do on the weekends or monthly? You know, just break that down. Okay, you guys. And then if we have enough. Anybody want to share something new they're going to try? Or put it in the chat. Oh, I know what I was going to talk about. At the end, we're going to talk about our whys a little bit. I knew I was forgetting something. We're going to talk about our whys a little bit at the end of this. So hold on to that. Don't let me forget that. And then, so that's awesome. Franny's going to go live. She's going to incorporate that more. Develop relationships, grow by 25 points. That's awesome, Alexis. Okay. So when it comes to your actual goal, we go over this every month, but if you are senior silver and you want to go gold, you're going to need to know how to do the math on that, right? So senior silver is 50 points. And if you want to go gold, then you're going to need another 50 points. So you're going to need 100 points. So you know right there, I need 50 points. I need 50 points to get to my next level. And then you're going to do the 50 points that you need divided by 5, because each person is worth 5 pay points. So if you need 50 points divided by 5, that's 10 people, right? This is the simple math, you know. I always use senior silver to silver example for that reason. But so you know right there, you're going to need 10 people, right? And then after you know, by doing that simple math, then you're going to map it out, right? So I want you to go ahead and do that. If figuring out the point growth that you need and translate that into people, the amount of people that you need, and then break it down. So, for example, I'm going to have to start doing PowerPoints. I'm going to start doing PowerPoints in the future. So for example, if you give yourself a personal goal, right? So you're like, I can add 3 to 5 people. And then I have one worker and she can go silver too. And then I have this new join. She's wanting to sign. I bet I can help her get 2 joins. And then I could probably get my mom to sign up somebody. And so you break it down like that and have an actual plan per person. Otherwise, it's just kind of like up in the air and like, hopefully it happens. But when you map it out and you write it down and you break it all down per person and a realistic goal, obviously it's never going to be perfect, but it's something super solid to go off of. Okay. And when it's right there in front of your face, that makes it a lot easier. Yeah. And so I kind of breezed through that one. I know we have our next call on the next one, but I want to also, if you guys, I want to talk to you guys about your why, because your why in doing this is very important. Okay. So it's going to need to be enough for you to, when your why needs to be enough where it's 10 o'clock at night and you still have 2 people to reach out to, and you don't let yourself go to sleep until you get your extra 2 people. It's got to be enough for you to not be like, I'm tired, I'll do that later. You need to be connected to your why. So I want you guys to start jotting down. This is it's a pretty in-depth exercise if you really go all in with it, and it's important. And so I want you to write that down. Sabrina, for example, Sabrina put 100% my family. So you put your family there and then break that down a little bit more. Why? Ask yourself to go just another level deeper. The goal really should be to go 7 levels deep. And you can, that's a whole other different call, but ask yourself, just get a little bit deeper, like my family, why? So that we can do travel, so we can afford to do travel soccer. Why? Because I want to see my kids living their best life. Why? Because that makes me feel like I'm doing the best for my family. Why? Because I didn't, get deep, get really deep and be exactly security, that's good. Like, yes, I just want financial security, you know, that's totally good. And I want you guys to notice there needs to be a little selfishness in there. It's like, there's this saying like your why should be like selfish, and there has to be something in your why for you too. What's something you want for you. So like start jotting down some of those things that come to mind, and really really be thinking about that, because really in this business a why refresh is it's something you need to do pretty regularly. Once getting to Emerald, my goal was Emerald for a long time. And then you get there and then it's like, okay, you get to that level and then you're going to need to refresh. When I first started out, I just wanted to get my family off a WIC. And then I did that, and then I had to refresh my why, right? Then I wanted to get to that level or this financial goal. And then I got there and needed to dig deeper. So it's work that can be done and will need to be done as redone frequently as a skill in this business. So if you haven't refreshed your why or gotten clear on your why and like really connected, I mean, I have a girl on my team who, she was telling me her why the other day and she got emotional, and, it should make you emotional. Oh, this is good. Nicole says, to prove to myself that I am worthy of my dreams and that my fears are only in my head and are not my limitations. Wow. Yes. Ooh, that's good. That's good. So y'all write that down too. That can be on your why too. Hey, that's for all of us right there. Thanks, Nicole. That is solid. Exactly. Honestly, that is, for me, a big part for a while was literally to prove to myself that I could, that I didn't waste all my, that I was capable of something great. People didn't think I was really capable of anything really, but I sometimes like believing in yourself is super, powerful and a worthy journey to go on, so yeah, anybody else want to share their why really quick? We got 5 minutes before our next call. Anybody else? That was good, Nicole. Anybody? All right, nobody, y'all don't have to share, but to help out, Donna says, to help out my daughter and her family. That's good. That's really good. Francisco. Oh, Kylie's trying to call out Francisco.
Why you do that, Kylie?
What's your why, Francisco? We would love to hear it.
No, I got a lot of whys, but right now it just be financial stable. Having some peace of mind that I can just go out eat with no worries. Yeah, and just be able that I can just then stay home, period, with my family. So,
Yeah.
living the life. Come on.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah, it's like we all need money, but it's not about the money necessarily. It's about the freedom that the money provides. Like, yeah, not having to think about going out to eat, being able to have that quality family time that's the real dream right there. So that's so cool. Thank you for sharing that, Francisco. Sabrina says, I'd love to be at home watching my babies growing up. Yep. We just had another yeah, exactly. More time to travel. Hey, I'm here for that. Natalie says, I want to travel and do fun things with my kids. I want memories. Yes. Adoption, Nicole. Yes. Ooh, I'm getting like hot up in here. This is the good stuff, you guys. We need to talk about our whys more. Um, ooh, that's good. That's good. I know.
Can I add one more thing? Just think about being able, because right now I have a family member who's in a financial situation, and just be able that you can just send the money, help them out. You know what I mean? That we put ourselves, all of us, in a situation that we just can be in that position, that we don't have to just struggle with. We just have it. You know.
Absolutely. Yeah. Like, yeah. Totally, totally. When you are at that place where you can just give generously, I mean, and just be a blessing to other people, yeah, 100%. Like that is a good feeling. And that is all available to all of us just by doing this simple work and helping people get healthy and helping people make money. I mean, somebody asked me what I did the other day, and I was like, I sell supplements, I help people get healthy, and I help people make money. She was like, that sounds fun. I was like, it is. Like, super great. I also travel a lot. It's awesome. Like it's the dream job I never knew I desperately wanted, you know? Like if people know what we know, they'll come to the same conclusions that we did. And so it's just a matter of finding the open-minded people who want more out of life, right? Or at least want to get healthy, you know? So anybody else want to share their why? It's cool.
This, well, Julio's mom, she just retired, and part of Francisco, he skimmed over his why, but he said something too. But it really makes you think about when you get to the point of retirement age or even younger. I mean, you don't have to be like 60, 70 or whatever. You can be young and retire, like military, for instance, 20 years. But really just thinking about what is your future going to look like? She just retired, and honestly, I don't know how old she is, but she's done working. So it's like, well, what do you have now? Are you going to be proud of like where you end? Are you going to have security? Are you going to have to work yourself to death? Are you going to be retirement age and just keep going and going and going? So that's something that's really been on my mind and my heart lately, is not just right now, but like, what am I doing now that's going to be for my future?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I always just throughout all the years of doing this, I was always really, really inspired by Amber Miller's why. I mean, she retired her husband at 25, and and so they have that quality family time. They're living life together all the time, so that family time, and so your kid's dad can be around more, and he like builds their houses, and he's doing great too, her husband. But then they also opened up she was saying on a jewel training the other day, she had to expand her why. And once she got to that level, and then she made her new why, opening up an orphanage in Thailand, rescuing sex trafficked children, like a house for them, a rehabilitative house. I'm forgetting what the organization is called. Is it our Underground Railroad that they go through? Thrive. Anyways, it's a really good foundation and all of that. But anyways, like, yeah, like dreaming big and becoming a blessing your family, blessing the world, like that's what what is available to all of us. I know another big part is like expanding. I've always wanted to expand my influence to even beyond the team, and like that's available now, because of this. And so that's just, it's a really big blessing, all of this. But it's 8:59, so we will hop on to the next Pink Power call. But thank you everybody for showing up. Proud of you. Every time you show up to a call, be proud of yourself. You are somebody that shows up. You care about your future. You care about this. You take yourself seriously. You're taking your business seriously just by showing up. So good for you guys. Proud of you all of y'all. See y'all on the next call.